Rapidly evolving medicines are loosening the grip of disease and discomfort on every continent. As science delivers new classes of pharmaceuticals and life-saving treatments, global demand grows exponentially. Coupled with this growth comes the challenge: safe worldwide distribution of some of the most fragile substances in the world. Biotechnology products derived from living cells are susceptible to injury from excessive heat and also to injury from freezing, with the accompanying loss of both therapeutic and financial value. The enormous scale of this pharmaceutical and biotechnology production is drawing increased attention to the integrity of the supply chain and the shipping of temperature-sensitive products.
Everyone in the supply chain has to ensure the integrity of the drug from manufacturer to patient, so that the supply chain works in one contiguous and collaborative process.
Achieving the mission-critical demands of temperature-controlled shipping requires cold chain logistics providers to perform their duties with the utmost professionalism and commitment.
We believe it is our obligation to be an extension of our customers' business. So when we sit down with the pharmaceutical company, we understand that we have to adhere to the same GXP, GDP, good storage practices principles that they have in place and employ that into our processes as well. So with that being said, ultimately, we also understand that we have to preserve the efficacy of the product to ensure that the patient does receive a product that is effective and potentially could be life-saving. Things that we look at most importantly with airline carriers is we want to have reliability, and our customers also need to have this. They need to do what they say they're going to deliver. Training is an absolute necessity. As a component of good distribution practices, training is a must-have for not only us as Kuehne Nagel, but also American Airlines. And American Airlines has taken a serious investment in the training of all of their people.
Maintenance of product integrity during transport is absolute. An important drive gear in the reliability of American Airlines cold chain service is a high-visibility monitoring process. It's a process which never sleeps, one which takes its cues from a daily global operations conference call at American Airlines headquarters. These daily meetings connect Dallas with operations managers worldwide. During this meeting, each expedite temperature-controlled shipment is identified, as managers around the world take notes on what is planned, on the ground or in the air.
Basically, I try to review every shipment at its time of booking to make sure that we have the information that we need in order to handle it successfully, verify whether or not re-icing is needed at any point, especially on the newer lane segments.
At Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, a container of temperature-sensitive pharmaceuticals arrives, packed in a specialty container designed to maintain a temperature range of 2 to 8 degrees Celsius during transit. The shipment will depart Dallas for London and then travel by truck to Dublin, Ireland. As the shipment arrives in London, personnel at Heathrow Airport unload the VIP shipment. Upon offload, the shipment is expedited to American's cargo warehouse at Heathrow to minimize exposure time on the tarmac. At no time during the shipment process is the American Airlines cargo team unaware of the shipment's exact status.
We are alerted that it's on the flight from prepping the flight a few hours before it lands. And once it lands from the aircraft, it should be in the warehouse within 45 minutes, which the warehouse staff will alert us, or me, that the unit is in the warehouse.
Our procedures are designed to create enhanced visibility as a shipment moves throughout American system.
The shipment is carefully brought into the custody of warehouse handling personnel, contract handlers at Worldwide Flight Services Heathrow.
JD, straight to the warehouse for this one, please. Important.
We understand the importance of the product to American Airlines. We understand that we need to treat the product with the integrity it deserves. All our warehouse staff are aware of the importance of it.
Once it arrives into the warehouse within 45 minutes of landing, we'll go downstairs, check the temperature, battery voltage and dry ice for the shipment. The checklist is started off from the time it enters the warehouse at origin, at what temperature they took it in and the battery voltage and the duration within that time till it gets to London. And we just follow on at the end, put in the time, the date, and the name of the person who's done the check with the temperature and battery voltage. Any changes made, it would also be noted on that checklist.
The shipment will supply critical medicine to pharmacies in the region. At the same facility, paperwork is being presented for another temperature-controlled shipment. But before the packages are unloaded, the acceptance staff makes sure the documentation is complete and accurate.
When we accept a passive temperature control package, we put a special process in place that helps ensure shipment integrity throughout transit.
Shipment weight and product descriptions must be exact. This is especially important for this shipment, with final destination Brazil, where the Government Customs Authority has exacting standards for documentation. The shipment contains life-saving enzymes destined for a young patient with kidney disease, awaiting treatment in Rio de Janeiro. The temperature-controlled packaging for this shipment will be passive, cooled by gel packs inside the insulated boxes alongside the vials of critical medicine. With the passive shipment model, American Airlines will support the cooling of the packaging by providing ambient temperature control, unique labeling, and a control form which documents the placement of the shipment in ambient temperature environments throughout the transit. For this passive shipment, the trip to Rio includes transit through New York. The boxes are expedited to plainside to minimize exposure time on the tarmac. The passive packaging and ambient temperature support provided by American will allow the shipment to maintain a 2 to 8 degrees Celsius temperature range. As the shipment arrives at New York JFK, the Expedite TC blue labeling identifies the need for special handling. Again, the shipment is expedited from the tarmac to support temperature management. As it arrives at American's cargo warehouse at JFK, the shipment date and time is logged on to the control form. The shipment is moved to the environmental room, where it awaits transit to Rio de Janeiro. At morning light, the shipment is retrieved. It has been kept at an ambient temperature between 15 and 25 degrees Celsius. The shipment is pulled to plainside just in time for the flight to Brazil, again, to support minimal time on the tarmac. Concurrently, American System Operations Control has advised the flight to Brazil will be delayed.
Cargo 270, have a copy?
Go ahead for cargo.
Yeah, this is crew chief here at K-15. We just have flight 951 to Rio. We have UPXTC shipment here. It'll be there in about 10 minutes at the warehouse.
Weather threatens, but AA in New York has everything under control. The process is built to survive the threats of weather and other disturbances. The control form is again logged with time and date, noting movement back into the environmental room. American contacts the customer to advise of the shipment status.
We had a weather delay. We've already got it rebooked.
The cooling capability of the environmental room will maintain the life of the packaging. As flight time approaches, the shipment is again expedited to plainside for loading, one step closer to the patient awaiting treatment in Rio. In Dublin, the shipment was recovered by the consignee for Kuhn and Nagel with the time and temperature ranges prescribed for the shipment. End-to-end transit time, 30 hours. In Rio, the shipment arrived safely and was recovered within the specified time commitment. Even with the unexpected delay due to weather, American's contingency planning allowed shipment integrity to be maintained. End-to-end transit time, 36 hours. Ultimately, the cold chain ends where recovery begins, where life-saving, life-enhancing medicines are administered by the skilled hands of healthcare professionals.